Live from New York, it's Thursday night.
That's how you kick it off. Welcome, everybody, to Fat Kings Friday for February 20th. I am Andrew, VSG Spike.
And I am VSG Warrior. And we are here against all odds. We are two big dudes chewing the fat, trying to get lean. What's on the menu tonight, Andrew?
I still have to look at the menu because I just stole it from from Phil and TJ.
Yeah, see, we don't even remember their names anymore.
No, exactly. I just called
Who
them.
are those guys? We kicked them out. They wanted to come back, and we just said, "Fuck out of here."
I know TJ was bitching last night that we stole the show.
You guys are old and skinny. Okay, we're new, we're hip, we're hey and wow and hey it's now. We're new and now.
I'm hip. I'm with it.
I'm with it. Chugga 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 chugga.
Oh.
Oh, dude. So I have to get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew took me back on the show. It was going to be Andrew's show, and I came crawling back and said, Andrew, would you please let me come back to the show? No, as we've talked a little bit about it. It's been hinted at. I've left a couple of Facebook posts. I kind of just put it out there in my update this week.
Right.
I was going a little crazy. I was getting off the rails, and I was like, well, since those guys are coming back, can I have my Thursday nights back now? I really want to watch Scandal, and but no, they said no. You're the fat guy. You have to do the fat show. We're the skinny guys, and we do the sexy maintenance show with hot chicks and cool gay dudes.
No kidding. Well, yeah, Tanya. What's up, Tanya? She just said good evening, Kings.
Oh my God, Tanya! How beautiful was Tanya last night? Seriously.
Oh, gorgeous. Absolutely.
I mean, I know, I'm like 56 years old, but I'm dating myself. But she looked like what's her face? Ah, shit! Come on, old Hollywood, Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh, okay.
Like,
yep.
but before she was fat, so no, before John Belushi used to play Elizabeth Taylor. She was beautiful last night. Kirk was sexy as hell too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And of course those other two guys, I love them.
Who are those two again?
I don't know. They keep trying to get the show back, but it ain't happening, guys. You're done. It's over. So forget you.
Exactly.
But yes. So anyway, thank you guys. So the Kings, you have to talk me off the ledge. I got a little crazy. Like I said in my video, I was having a little time management issues, and I was getting a little nervous about. Is my mic breaking up? No. Okay.
No, you sound fine.
All right, cool. So, anyway, yeah, everything is fine. I'm sticking around. You can't get rid of me yet. So that's pretty much it.
It's not going to be Fat King. It's still going to be Fat King.
Yeah, it was almost Fat King.
Dragging you with me, fucker.
Oh, it's like, hey, you're coming back. Kate, thanks, bye. That's the way. I was just like trying to get the fuck out.
You're trying to get out, and I'm like, hey, I'm having fun. This is a good time.
I like the I felt so bad for you in that whole debacle. That's why I had to thank you at the end of the video.
Did you ever see the Disney Robin Hood?
Oh yeah.
There's out of all the bunny family, there's a little bunny. Hey, you guys, wait for me. That's how I felt. Like, hey, wait for me.
Yeah, I was just, but then you got an extra special glimpse of my life because my friends know this for years. Like, I get crazy about things. I get like all excited about something, or I latch onto something and I get stuck, and I'm like, oh, okay, and I'll rant and I'll rave. And then they just talk me off the ledge. I come back inside. Don't jump off the ledge. You're okay. And I go, oh, I'm okay. I'm all right.
All is well.
Yeah, I'm like a guy on a perpetual acid trip. I need someone to pull me back in, but make sure I don't run into traffic.
Don't run into traffic. Don't swallow your tongue.
Yeah,
all
exactly. Exactly. So yeah. So my apologies to that. But it's just I think everybody can relate to finding the balance with the community and quote unquote real life. If you've ever been in a guild, if you've ever played Warcraft, and you play and you start to get into the guild, and then you start to hang out more, and you play the game more and more and more, and then it starts to affect your real life, So and the other thing about it was I felt an obligation to the guys, like to the Kings, to try to keep it the way they did it. and I make the analogy that I felt like like I was kind of house sitting, and I was keeping it clean and keeping everything in the exact place, trying to keep it all exactly where it was. And now that I know they're not coming back, I can take my pants off and I can put my feet up and I can relax. So it's
Does that mean you don't have any pants on right now?
And no pants. We are no pants right now.
Pantsless Walter. There we go.
Pantsless. Yeah, all I'm wearing is I'm just gonna take off all my clothes and wear my Han Solo coat. I showed you. This is my Ice Planet Han.
Yeah, as soon as I see him, all I see is a shadow and a hood, like he was
Captain Solo,
Emperor, almost like the Emperor and Solo from Hoth.
But dude, it is 35 fucking below tonight in the city in New York.
It is. Yeah, it's gonna be effing cold out here too.
It's pretty freaking cold. So yeah, I guess everybody. I just wanted to put a little ribbon on that and let everybody know. So we are here to stay. Andrew and I, we can fuck this up. We can run this into the ground. We can do pretty much whatever we want now.
Absolutely, we can run y'all scared. Leave the show. Leave it alone. We'll just destroy. We could rightfully destroy the legacy now that is known as Fat Kings if we so chose to.
Yeah, we'll try not to, but
definitely not our plan yet. At least, I mean, we still have to. Anyway. We need to win more hearts and minds before we ram it into the ground.
Yeah, ram.
But no, you were talking about like the balance, and this is something that I work on all the time myself. Is you do need to have a balance between your personal life and the community, because it's a great community. There's so many awesome people. You can learn a lot, and especially for guys like us who are still in the midst of our weight loss process. There's an endless amount of information and advice and just great people that you can certainly get overwhelmed and caught up in it. And then all of a sudden you're like, well, shit, I'm not doing anything else. I still have these, I still have a personal life that I'm, avoiding. So it's, it is finding that balance. Whereas, I like to watch, all these people's videos as much as I can, but and I've said it before, I'm not going to be able to watch everybody's videos. I just don't have that much time in the day. I'm going to watch videos as much as I can. I'm going to make sure I try and see different people and comment as much as I can, but I can't make that commitment with everything else that I have going on already to begin with. So
yeah, and there are so many new people now and so many quote unquote shows, like there's just so much to watch, and it's like and that was kind of the other thing. Like I said, I'm so glad we did get together and talk, because for whatever reason I had it in my head that this was kind of a temporary thing, like I said already, but having that conversation definitely freed me up and allows me to feel, because I felt an obligation to it, to like, oh, well, I got to watch every video, I have to stay abreast of everything. I mean, and to some degree I still feel that responsibility if we're going to have this show. We definitely want to be a part of the community and have it be a place where we can all get together. But it's just difficult to keep that level of participation up sometimes. So
no, but I agree. That makes perfect sense, because the last thing I want to do, I don't want to be, I can't be the person that I can't watch all the videos. I can't be on top of it. Jennifer is asking, what's this balance word that you speak of? That's why I love watching The Naked Truth, because it's my last week tonight of the WLS community. It's my weekend
tonight. Sean Oliver, I like it. I love that show. And it totally. I'll let you talk.
No, but it's that. I mean,
since you're going to be hosting the show by yourself, you might as well talk.
Right, exactly. I might as well start getting used to it. But no, it is. I mean, I don't want to. I can't do that. But at the same time, I'm not going to say. I'm just going to be on. I'm only going to be on YouTube when I post an update, and when I do Fat Kings at 8 o'clock. Fuck everybody else at any other time. No, it's working on. I've got shit to do at home, but I'm also enjoying being a part of this community. So you gotta work it out.
Yeah, I mean, I look at someone. I mean, to me, like, I look at someone like Tanya. Like, she seems to be able to I mean, I don't know how Tanya feels about this, but they could talk about that on one of their shows next time. But, you know, like she seems to be able to really be a part of the community and do all these other things in real life. You know, she seems to be able to do that. But, you know, like I talked about it a lot. Like, I really feel like a lot of people here have some things about their life that they actually enjoy. Like they have, you know, maybe they have the house, or they have the wife, or they have a somewhat decent career. But I've got a fucking train wreck of shit that I got to, like, really get in there with the shovel and dig myself out of. So, you know, and this surgery gives you that sense of, like, you know, you can actually start to plan for a future, which is something I've never done before. Like, it's not a feeling I'm used to. Like, do you actually have a future? I've always lived like there's no fucking tomorrow. It's like, you know, party city, and then, like, now I realize, you know, like, I'm getting a little bit longer in the tooth. You know, I'm almost 60 now. Yep. And that I've decided to start lying about my age forward, because I think it'll be cool. Like, if you're like, if you say you're 60 and you look 40, holy shit, he's 60. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, right.
But you're still revered for your wisdom.
Your wisdom, yeah. So I think I'm going to start bucking the trend and lie forward, as I think it's a good idea. So I'm 56 now, and you know, I really got to get to work. I got things I got to do, but I'm gonna work harder at trying to find balance and trying to, you know. So here's what I think we should do. You take the community from like A through L, and I'll watch L through Z. And then we'll get together, and then, you know, this way we cover everybody.
Fair enough.
All right. So L through Z would give me Naked Truth.
Oh, damn it! Of course you had to put an E.
And L gives me Lacey, so I get Lacey and the Naked Truth. Sorry, buddy.
I get Jennifer though.
Yeah, you do get Jennifer. Yeah.
Because either way you look at it, Jennifer, Bleacher, I still. You know, right. That's still in mine, so.
But I know she's going to stalk me nonetheless, so it doesn't matter if I watch her video. She's still going to, I love you, Jen.
Tanya was just mentioning about the balance. You know, talking about her. She's like, I was out of balance with being too much with being in the community, so it is a balancing act. John has to give me a talking every once in a while.
Oh, I bet he does.
What kind of talking? That's, you know.
You know what they say, pics or it didn't happen. I want to see those talking tos.
There we go. There we go. We got to finally. Nova T watches us enough. This is finally watching this for the first time on a live show.
Oh, sweet! Awesome.
Welcome.
Yeah, no, I know. It took me forever to figure out that Fat Kings Friday was on Thursday nights. I remember when I first started. I'm like, I always miss this fucking show.
They say it's on Friday. They was talking about 8 o'clock. Where the hell are they?
I'm like fucking sitting there waiting. Oh shit! It was on already. Fuck.
It's that we're messing with you. That's part of that. It's that mind game, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you're drinking. I forgot. I gotta pop mine, man.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I'm having a beer. But I'm having one that I figure is most appropriate. It's not exactly. Let me see if I can show up. But it's entitled Alpha King.
Alpha King, perfect. Because you figured you had that just in case I walked off. And then you were like, all right, fuck you, fatty.
He's gone. Let's celebrate. Yay!
I'm the Alpha King now, bitch. Good for you. There can be only one.
Yes.
Alpha King.
Yeah, should be Highlander beer. Yep.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. Oh, so speaking of beautiful Tanya, did you get a chance to watch the awesome 50 Shades of Maintenance with the dudes? Those former dudes?
I did get a chance. I didn't get to watch it last night live, but I did catch it as much as I could. I probably got through about 85% of it today. But yeah, I did get to watch it, and it was really cool. I commented on it that even for somebody in my, or even our, stage of the process, it's still useful because it gives us an idea of what to, I wouldn't say look forward to, but what to expect, as we continue to lose and, develop physically and mentally through this weight loss process. Yeah,
and it was just, always good to see them, coming back. I mean, I was just so thrilled because I'm a super fan of theirs. I happen to like those two guys, and when you add Tanya and Kirk, it's like, oh, it's a win. I mean, I was so excited.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, and Kirk with the props, Kirk busting out all those props was really great.
That was hilarious. I laughed because it was great because that to me would have been really hard to hold out on because he held out on that Just for
Oh
Men
yeah,
box
yeah,
for a good, like at least through halfway of the show. And if you haven't watched it, go and check 50 Shades.
yeah, definitely. And he was like so cool about it too because TJ got up to refill his drink, and then as TJ was coming back, like then he put it up like so TJ got to see it. It's like he's Mr. Smooth Kirk, man.
Yes.
I can see why he is all over him. I get it. You know, and my sexuality is actually in question, people. I know the Kings were having a conversation about it, you know. So Kirk, you never know. I
I don't
mean,
know. Kirk hasn't popped up. He's shown up every once in a while for Fat Kings Friday, but I don't
yeah.
see him here yet. But I
No.
now
Now
that there's
forget it.
rumblings, now that you've kind of summoned, put the word out. Let's see if he just shows up now.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm making the announcement that it is 100% official, booked. I am going to WLSFA. I am in San Diego. It is a fact. It is a done deal. So I will be there.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, it's a done deal. So if there's any women who want to turn me, I might be available. I just haven't found that right woman yet to turn me.
Oh, dude, don't say that.
So,
Don't say that because what? Just to give you a brief peek behind the curtain, we had a conference,
a council of the king.
Council of the Kings, and that was just that going to meet and greets and stuff was discussed. So you know I,
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave it at that.
I'm gonna have to
I
behave.
wish you the best of luck. Stretch and drink
Shred.
plenty of fluids.
Make sure you drink your fluids. Yeah, I'm actually terrified. No, I like. Is it possible? But see, this is the thing, though. How lame will I be? Like, if I go, I am not drinking on that particular evening because I am outside of surgery, and my surgeon says I should not imbibe alcoholic beverage. I'm going to feel like the biggest nerd if I don't.
Then
But then
people are
again,
the people are gonna bring you like what you think is a Powerade Zero or
oh
a
god,
Vitamin Water Zero, but it's gonna have just the right amount of rum that you don't notice, and you're gonna get fucked.
I'm scared. No, I really am scared. I mean, actually, it actually kind of all led back into the 50 Shades because they, at one point toward the end, I actually really had a big question about alcohol and the so-called transfer addiction, if that's a real thing or not. But I really hope they do alcohol because I've noticed a trend in the community as like alcohol and Phil was even mentioning it on the show, like he definitely drinks like a lot more than he did before. And
Hmm.
I mean, I don't. It's impossible for me to drink more than I did before. But even if I come close to what I used to be, that's probably not a good thing. So I'm gonna have to tread lightly.
No, it definitely would be good to tread lightly, and I mean, and honestly, I know the last several episodes. I don't think I did last week, but the last several weeks, I've had a beer while I'm on the show. But in all honesty, because I haven't really talked about this on my reviews, this is probably the one, maybe the one or two beers that I have all week. I'll have one usually like Thursday night, calm, take it easy, chill, kick back and do the show. Like to have a beer. I might have one over the weekend, if that. So it looks like I'm a big, drunk or anything. No, I just like to have my beer at this point. It's nice kickback, talk, loosen up, and you know, I think I'm a little more fun.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. If you anything in moderation, I mean, I think you don't want to go crazy off the rails. But that was my problem. Like I'm worried about getting back into that mode, party mode, and just have to control myself. That's all.
Exactly. Take it easy with it, and like I said, I know with alcohol, period, I'm never going to drink to the level that I was at before. I'm still going to enjoy myself in the right scenarios, but it's not like I'm going to have a beer every night. I may have a beer once a week, and a lot of people are like, "Well, has that bothered you?" And I'm like, honestly, the carbonation does not bother me. That was the one thing that I was concerned with. But I mean, for the beers that I've had, I haven't had a problem with it so far.
Yeah, and I'm afraid. I'm sorry. I keep because my headset. Anybody in the kingdom, if you're hearing like feedback or shit from my headset, let me know.
I don't hear anything, dude. You
Okay,
sound
cool.
fine.
All right, cool. So yeah, like I'm worried that I'll be in the same boat, like because nothing has been bothering me, knock on wood. So I'm afraid that same thing, carbonation's not gonna bother me. Like my beer of choice is Guinness. As a fucking Irishman, I'm fucking Irish, you know. So
And that's actually not a bad one to have.
Yeah.
And I think I talked about this before, is because the carbonation actually goes away very quickly in those nitrogen beers. So it's a very quick and gone. So
yeah, you know what? You just reminded me. Like whenever we're struggling for something to talk about, I'll just let you talk about beer. You can go on for like 50 minutes.
oh, dude, seriously, I could turn this into a whole beer episode, and
I know you
I
could.
would bore everybody to tears.
But it's good to know that. I mean, I'm glad I have an expert because I'm pretty good with the harder liquors, but I don't. I used to drink. I wasn't a big beer drinker, but I like certain types of beer. But Guinness was like my go-to beer. But in terms of like, I like whiskeys and all that kind of stuff. I'm into scotches and that kind of stuff.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, like I said, just tread lightly with that. Take it easy, and then you'll be good from there. Let me see here. I'm going to go back to some of the comments here because we've gotten popular again today. I think it's a trend. It's not just a 1 week thing like we did last week. Let's see.
I don't know. Oh, go ahead. No, it's all you.
Finding Elizabeth saying loved Kirk's prop. Yep. Whole new definition of a Tanya cup apparently. Sandra Hess, thank you. Thank you. Saying, I look 10 years younger already. Your face has shifted. You must be feeling terrific. And I do. I do feel terrific. I've been working out a ton lately, so I attest that to... a lot of people have noticed that of me, especially these past, 2-3 weeks. And I've really been hitting the gym for, the past month and a half. So I think a lot of that may have to do with that. So
you're a sexy beast, man. I
well,
know.
thank you.
But I confess that I'm 56, and she says you look 10 years younger. I mean, what the fuck?
Way to go! Hey, if it backfired, now it's all on me, man. Nobody doesn't seem like anybody could be happier that you're going to WLSFA than Jennifer, because
that's my girl.
She got all caps, yay, screaming, shouting.
Oh, good, cool.
She's like, now WLSFA is now perfect.
Oh, thank you, Jen.
Dennis wishes he was going. Hey, Dennis.
Hey, Dennis.
Let's see. Liz, evening to all on that side of the world. Up on this side of the world, it is fucking cold.
Yeah, chin chin. It's rather cold here too, my darling. Oh, she's an Aussie. She's Aussie. Never mind.
Right.
Sorry, mate.
Well, Tanya wants to know if you are going to come to the baseball game with them after WLSFA.
Oh, you know what? That's the problem. I got to leave Sunday morning. I have to leave. I might actually just stay up all night Saturday and go to the airport. My buddy who lives in San Diego, who I'm going to be staying with, he actually has a flight coming back to South Carolina on that Sunday too. So I just figured we'll just hit the airport together. So we're going to leave. We got to be at the airport I don't know, fucking 6 o'clock, 6:30. So I'll just probably just stay up, drinking with Jennifer and Lacey. I'll be hanging out with Lacey, Melly Mel. Melly May. So that's going to get interesting.
Oh, yeah. Rob said all those hobo hand jobs came through, didn't they?
I saw that, yes. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm almost finished, but I think I've kind of planned ahead. I've used Neo's video for planning. We got to get into that.
We'll get into forward. Well, you got to forward plan some more so you can save up enough to get to the baseball game.
Yeah, it's just the weather. It's been so hard to find the hobos now because everybody's going to shelters and shit. So
that's true.
Yeah, but that is cool because they're all in one place. So I can get 100 hand jobs just by going to one location, which is really cool.
Have you ever seen Silicon Valley, the show on HBO?
Actually, I haven't, and I feel I'm remiss because I love Mike Judge.
You would be remiss because you just alluded to a joke in the season 2 finale. The last episode that's been out. You would be laughing your ass off because I just thought of it, and I want to tell you, but I'm not going to tell you.
Okay,
I'm just going to say, go watch it. Go watch Silicon Valley because that show.
Yeah, it's been on my radar. I definitely wanted to watch it, but I'm too busy, Andrew. I do this fucking show on Thursday nights. It consumes up my whole fucking time. and then trying to get rid of those two old dudes, kick them off the fucking show, and they got fucking lawyers. They're taking us to court, so it's a pain in the ass. So I don't have time. So anyway, and I don't think we have any questions, right?
No, I'm just going through. Tiny's cracking up. Andrew is never going to drink to the level he was at before. I don't intend to. We'll see what happens.
I actually think it's funny. Like, I like watching TJ get a little ripped.
Oh, it is. That is pretty funny.
Yeah, like I can see the difference. Like, I know I could. I mean, I don't know how much of a drinker he was before, but I bet you it's a fraction of what it is now. Like, I could tell. Like, even you get a little red in the face when you have just a one. So like, I'm like worried. Like, oh my God, like this, I got to be really careful because I'm used to just bing, you know.
I can get a little red in the face depending on, I guess, well, especially right now, it's actually really warm upstairs because obviously it's effing cold out here, so our heater's been running a lot, and our upstairs stays plenty warm now, so I am a little extra toasty.
But in the Pink Palace, you can't see it. You just blend
true.
right in.
It is well hidden, yes.
So it's all good.
Let's see. Definitely need people talking about last Sunday's episode of Naked Truth.
Oh yeah.
You have to have one. Sandra has his asking if you went blind. You always, so I always thought Roy Orbison was blind.
Do I look like Roy Orbison? I don't know.
I don't think you look more like Roy Orbison. You've got more of an Elvis than Roy Orbison.
Right. Pretty woman walking down the street. I don't know. I feel like the king now. You know, if you get my reference.
It's funny you mentioned it because I just got a stack of new vinyls recently, and actually one of them was an old Monument Records, The Best of Roy Orbison, and I was actually kind of stoked about that.
Yeah,
but then you knew Elvis singing Roy Orbison.
Sorry, yeah. Oh, pretty woman. I used to love the Traveling Wilburys. You know, I am 56, so I remember bands like that.
Absolutely.
And he was part of that supergroup with Tom Petty.
That is a supergroup for sure.
Yeah, I love those guys. That was a great Bob Dylan. That was really good. That was really cool. Jeff Lynne. I love Jeff Lynne too. Like a lot of people.
And then which Beatle was it? Who was on that?
George. I think it was George.
Yes, it was George. It was George.
Yeah.
He is my favorite Beatle, honestly.
Yeah, George is a goodie. I like George.
I like George's songs, man.
Yeah,
Here comes the song. Here Comes the Sun, and My Guitar Gently Weeps are my two favorites.
Those are two good ones. Yes, they are. If you had to choose. Good times.
Let's see here, Liz A6. Liz, yes, indeed, Aussie, and it's 30-plus degrees. Have no idea what that equals for you. And Jen did the math for us. It's 86, so...
Oh, yeah, it's summertime in Aussie.
Yeah, it is negative here.
It's tonight it is 2 degrees in the city with 40-mile-an-hour winds, so it's like 35. With wind chill, it's like 35 below. That's why I'm wearing my fucking ice station zebra coat, because it's...
Yeah. Tonight, right now, it's 12 outside. Feels like -3, and it's going to get down to 1. And this is in Fahrenheit.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fucking cold.
So I alluded to it. I would like to really talk about it though, because we started going through the thing. I mean, we obviously, TJ was on The Naked Truth, and that was a great episode, and obviously it led into the 50 Shades. And then I didn't get to see the Renew show. I know Lace was on the Renew show, so anything Lace we have to plug.
Go ahead.
So I need a moment. Okay, yeah, no, so she was on the Renew show, so go check that out. I didn't actually get a chance to watch it yet because, again, I'm in time management mode, but I would like to actually, at least plug it. And then, of course, the Neo. So Sarah Nerd in Oregon, I've already mentioned it on my update, but I really feel that it's an amazing 4-part series that everyone should go check out. And it stems from the Naked Truth episode that she was on, and she was talking a lot about the planning, like her and her husband Chris Waffle sort of got together and sort of did a backwards plan. So where do you want to be? Okay, here you are. So this is what you want, and then what do you need? And then by what time do you need that? And then they just kept going backwards from there. But it isn't all about that. It starts off with some really, everything about it is really, really cool and really, really great. But I'll give you a little bit of a breakdown on some of the major concepts that I thought were just home runs all the way. She talked about one of the pitfalls of weight loss surgery is how we plan for the wedding but not the marriage. So early on, everybody, everything is all about the getting the surgery, the whole experience up, jumping through all the hoops to get through the surgery, and then once you get the surgery, it's all about the, losing the weight. And then when you get to goal, a lot of people feel like sort of, let down once you hit goal, and they didn't really plan for the marriage part of it. So everything was about the wedding, the big event, but once the event is over, now what? So that was a very, very big point. I thought it was a great analogy. And also, and I think it was the second video where she talked about complacency as being sort of epidemic in our community. It's being, and it's almost like muscle memory in a sense that this tendency to feel, complacent with things and accepting things that aren't necessarily where we should be. It's just, we're so used to it, especially, again, I hate to keep bringing this up because I know TJ hates it, but fuck him, he's on another show now. But
right.
But yeah, so I mean, lifetime fatties have a little bit longer time of having that muscle memory form, and being used to that sort of idea of, well, we're not good enough, and this is all we can achieve, and this is all we can get. It's sort of like settling for things. I'm kind of paraphrasing her ideas, but I know from my point of view, that's the way I definitely took that to heart. I get that. There is a sense of, it's not just being fat, because once you do lose the weight, now the weight's gone, but what have you done? Like, what are you doing? So it is a sense of complacency. There's more to it than just the weight. Obviously, we've talked about that in lots of different ways. But I thought that idea of complacency being a muscle memory was a really cool concept, and I just the whole it's a 4-part series, so go check it out. Maybe one of us tonight will put the link in the description below.
Right. I still have yet to see that one. I know you were talking about it, and I saw it come through my feed, and I meant to. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try and check that out over the weekend at least.
Definitely worth checking out.
Absolutely, because I know you mentioned, like you said, it stemmed from initially when she was on Naked Truth, which, I mean, to me, that was one of my favorite Naked Truth episodes. Ryan and I were watching it, and it was just like to see. And she was talking about her, her forward or backwards planning, basically, but the forward thinking in putting all that together was just awesome. It was so cool, and in the situation that I'm in with my upcoming move and a lot of the things that I want to hopefully accomplish, it really spoke to me personally, because besides the, really weight loss aside, it spoke to me more on a personal level with a lot of things I plan to do and hope to accomplish in the near future. And to say, well, you want to do this, well, make sure you make it happen. So I definitely want to see that, because if it's something that builds upon that, I'm all for it.
Yeah, the third and the fourth part, I think, get into more of the planning. So I believe the third part is trying to find, it's we joked about this once on the show. It's like in Office Space, the idea of like, well, what if you won $1 million? Like, well, the thing is, like, what is it that you're most happy doing, and then try to be honest about that, and then try to monetize it, or find a way to do that on a regular basis. And then the fourth part is kind of similar. It begins to go into the backward planning aspect of it. So I lost the shades, people, because I want to suck you in. I want you to see my eyes and be a part of your life. So.
Oh, it's beautiful. You gotta see the eyes, man. It's the full package, man. It's kind of like you're protecting yourself. You're like the kid from Big Daddy,
Exactly.
He's like puts the glasses on, and it's his little his own little world.
Yeah.
But I got a question for you, because talking about that, because I know for me what it would be, but what would it be for you if you had, say, $1 million or whatever amount? What would you do?
Well, this is exactly what I'm going through. Like, there are so many things that whether or not the weight actually kept me from doing, or it was just my perception of what.
Okay.
it's one of those things. Like I'm kind of a perfectionist. Like when I write something, I don't want anybody to read it until I say it's done. Like I don't like I'm always working on something, and I like to write a lot. That would definitely be one of my career goals.
Awesome.
I love doing comedy and all that kind of stuff, but at 56, I'm a little long in the tooth. You know, but but yeah, I mean, so there's, I mean, I've done some performing, that kind of stuff, and I would like to do that again. It's always, the hardest part about being any kind of performer is how do you pay the rent? How do you survive?
Sure.
And the starving artist is not fun. It really sucks, and I suck at waiting tables. I am the worst. You don't want me as your waiter because I'm like, what is it that you wanted? Oh shit, I'm just not good at that. So I actually did a little bartending, but like very little.
Okay.
But like that kind of stuff. But I wound up getting jobs that had nothing to do with what I wanted to do, and I was good at them. I was an office manager, and I at one point had like probably 100+ people underneath me. Yeah, you heard me. And so I was good at certain things, but I always felt like time would be getting away from me, and like,
Sure.
oh shit, like I want to be doing what I want to do, but what the fuck am I supposed to do? I got to work. What can I do? You can't do that, and then I had these physical things, and I haven't been able to work, and I'm struggling with all kinds of shit right now. So I'm pulled in 100 different directions as to what I want to do. So planning is really the key here, and I got to really, really try to. I'm good at a lot of things, but that jack of all trades, master of none is not a good place to be. I got to try to like isolate exactly what I want to go and try to take steps toward that. So,
Fair enough.
I would love to do voiceover work. I would love to do acting. I would love to do prostitution. There's all kinds of things I would really like.
I'm just a gigolo.
Everywhere I go.
Sad and lonely. Sad and lonely.
Sad and lonely. Do you want the sunglasses? I should give them to you. If you're gonna sing, you gotta have the glass.
Oh, I need a few more beers before you catch me. I do enjoy a fair share of karaoke.
Oh,
but,
I can't wait. Yeah, when we do OH, we might have to sneak off, dude.
Are you coming?
I'm gonna try. I'm really
Okay.
gonna try. I'm like
Okay.
really. If I can get enough hobos in under my belt, and then if I can keep going.
If it helps out, I'm willing to hand job a few hobos to get my buddy Walter out there for you.
That's maybe the sweetest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Teamwork.
Teamwork. Awesome, dude. No, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I just know the feeling I had today when me and my buddy actually booked the tickets. I'm like, wow. And I'm thinking about OH too, and I'm like, I got to do it. It's like it's gonna be so much fun. Especially, just obviously to meet you too. I mean, it'd be fun to actually hang out.
Right. No. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, that was kind of this. I feel the same way about OH, like you're feeling about WLSFA, because we bought the tickets right away to take advantage of the early bird special, which was great. I mean, that really helped us cement it. But it really wasn't until we finally decided that we're not staying with family. We're going to stay at the hotel, and we booked the hotel room. So now we've got the whole package. So we're like, oh shit, this is really happening. I'm really looking forward to it. So if I find out that you are coming, we will have to figure out a way to either get out to a karaoke place or bring the karaoke to us and have karaoke at OH.
Well, we would bring like a portable machine. We could walk around. So they have those microphones.
Oh, sure.
We'll just bring one of those. We'll just keep singing everywhere.
There you go.
Oh, speaking of OH, any word on that nomination yet? Aren't you like banging some chick that is in on the? I'm joking. Obviously joking.
No word on it yet. I'm really hoping so.
Yeah, man, we got to find out.
I know.
If sexual favors are involved, we need to know.
Right, exactly. No, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm hoping that we do find out something in the near future. I would imagine it may take a month or two, but I'm hoping it doesn't take that much longer. That way, if it is in fact something that we get approved for, that we are going to do it, that it gives all of us time enough to put together, an outline and, what we want to talk about specifically and, all that good stuff. So.
Yeah, and gives Lacey a chance to pick out a really nice dress, which we are more than happy to help her pick out. if she
Well,
needs
I mean, you heard my suggestion at one point. I said because it's damn near Halloween, so you know what that means.
Yeah,
Halloween party.
I mean sexy sluts. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Well, a sexy nurse, sexy cat, sexy,
Oh,
you
God bless Halloween.
know. I've been to a fair share of Halloween parties in the last couple of years. It can be interesting, that's for sure.
Oh, I know. It's great. It's fantastic. Like, how do people hate Halloween? I hear people, I hate Halloween. What's the hate? It's the best.
Right.
I don't get it. It's just nothing but fun.
Exactly, exactly. So, going back to it, I mean, I can certainly understand. You definitely, you're pulled in a lot of directions. You have a lot of passions, which, I mean, I think is great, and I can certainly, I mean, I can certainly see you pursuing any number of those. But yeah, it is you want to pursue your passion, but at the same time, you want to pay the rent. Like you said, you never want to be, it's going back to that balance.
Well, really what I'm hoping for, and it's the main reason why I got the surgery, is to hopefully be skinny enough to marry a rich widow. To get, to have like a patron. That's all I need,
Perfect.
That's every artist needs a patron. So
Yep.
that's what I'm hoping for.
Any patrons out there, be ready.
555-3838. Caller, are you there?
The phone lines are open.
The phone lines are open, ladies. I'm in room 319 if anybody cares. But actually, speaking about hotel room, that looks like an awesome hotel too. The one in San Diego, the what is it? The Manchester Grand Hyatt, I think it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing though. I gotta find out because I was thinking about getting a hotel room, but I might not because I'm staying at my buddy's house. So I might just kind of crash. I'm gonna get tickets to the event, but I might just actually kind of like run around the hotel and have them chase me around like the Marx Brothers.
There you go.
I'm gonna be like a stowaway.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be able to. If you don't crash at somebody's house, I'm sure there'll be any number of people willing to let you crash in their place too.
Yeah, I hope so.
Let me see here.
Say no more, say no more.
All right, all right, all right.
All right, all right, all right.
Sandra,
Go ahead.
what's that? No, go ahead, go ahead.
No, nothing. It's just like you just reminded me of the Matthew McConaughey, Jim Carrey. We started with an SNL live from New York, but if anybody watched the Saturday Night Live 40th anniversary, there was so many funny things. And
Oh.
when Jim Carrey did those commercials a while back with the Matthew
Yes.
McConaughey, oh, that was so fun. I'm just gonna roll this booger.
Like a little bit. Hi, you friend. Yeah.
And then, but I love Jeopardy. I love the Celebrity Jeopardy. And Sean Connery, I'll take Letits Now. Letits Now is so awesome.
Oh my God.
Mademoiselle Letits Now.
I love watching that, and then I watched. I'd never stay up for him, but I always watch Jimmy Fallon. So I
Yeah.
watched the next night. I watched the next day. He was talking about the after party. Oh my God! If you didn't hear about it, apparently the after party was insane. They went to some hotel, and it was every celebrity who was there in the studio there. They had a stage set up with all sorts of instruments, but no band. So it was basically whoever wanted to go up there and jam, go up there and jam. So, I mean, they had all sorts of people up there, and eventually it got to the point where Jimmy was saying he was up there singing with God knows who, and then all of a sudden Dave Chappelle walked up to him and said, "Hey, Prince is here, and if you ask the right way, maybe he'll come up on stage." So Jimmy Fallon, being drunk as he was, he gets right on the mic and says, "Hey Prince, I dare you to get up here on stage."
Oh, nice.
But it was so funny.
Did he get up there and say?
Yeah, he got up on stage and instead of saying, because everyone was drunk off their ass at that point, instead of saying "Dearly Beloved," he said "Dearly Inebriated."
Oh, that's
And
cool, man.
They started singing "Let's Go Crazy."
That's cool because I had Kerry Washington was on Ellen today.
Okay.
And she was talking a little bit about it. And, she was saying that Paul McCartney let off, and I heard that Paul McCartney and Taylor Swift did "Shake It Off" together, which I would love to see if anybody has that on their phone somewhere. But
that was from that after party, yeah.
Yeah, but apparently because I've heard a lot of funny stories about Prince being a little weird, and I think Kevin Smith tells a story about Prince, like, and going to see him in his compound. But anyway, so it seems like everybody had a good time. That's cool.
Oh God, yeah, it sounded like it was hilarious. Yeah, because Fallon talked about that. He did his McCartney impression. Said, "I invented shaking it off."
Yeah, do.
And,
Yeah, man, I thought it was good. I mean, there were some long parts, but for the most part, there was some fun. I mean, Martin Short was hilarious.
oh God, yeah.
Bill Murray with the Jaws. That
The
was
love theme to
yeah,
Jaws.
that was great. A lot of good stuff.
No, all right. So bringing it back, I know we touched on it for a little bit, but the you obviously we talked about Neo Nerd in Oregon, and then with the 50 Shades of Maintenance on that. I mean, beyond what we talked about, like beyond what all the funny parts and everything that they discussed, but I really did enjoy watching like the veterans talking about more veteran things that you know. And to me, I'm sorry, I'm kind of thinking of like 10 different thoughts at once, but
Are any of them
TJ and Phil,
age?
TJ and Phil, like they say that I am the Phil to you being the TJ, and I could see a lot of that because you're going through more of the mental game now, where I don't feel any part of the mental game at this point. I feel more of the, I'm just still going through the motions and the workouts and the losing of the weight. And, Phil said, oh, great, you're going to have a lot to look forward to then coming up because you're kind of in the midst of that now. So, I mean, it was interesting to kind of see that comparison and, with everything that, you're going through, that I'm going through. It was cool. It was just really cool to see, with that different type of show like that, with the four of them kind of, bouncing off of each other, talking about, their different stages of maintenance, how they got to the stage of maintenance, and, where the physical, mental game kind of, all came together.
Yeah, if I'm going to be compared to TJ, I had to put the glasses back on.
Right.
Because
And you got to get some dreads.
I need the dreads. I need the hats. I need my steampunk. But yeah, no. I mean, it is. I definitely connect with TJ, and I connect with Phil in a lot of ways too. Like I know.
Oh, absolutely.
Phil, I have that tendency to do both. Like I have both sides always at war with it. I'm always extremes. Like it's either like I'm over analyzing something or I'm going fuck it, let it burn. Like it's either yeah, let's fucking party, yeah, or I'm like, oh no, I've got and that's what makes me a mental patient. But as TJ pointed out in our council meeting, that I'm doing exactly what I should be doing. I'm right where I should be, But yes, it was great to watch them because it gives you sort of a glimpse at where you may be, or things that are coming down the peak, down the road for you. Which is why I've always been a big proponent of the veterans sticking around, because if they go away, then we lose those ideas. I mean, their videos are there forever, but let's face it, most of the time when you make a video, you got like a week to 2 weeks, and then it just kind of dies. Like nobody goes back.
Right,
like
exactly.
they go back to like the first video, or they go back to your post-op day 1. But that random week 75, where you may have had an epiphany of epic proportions, but yet no one's gonna fucking see it because it just kind of just gets buried. So I think them sticking around, even though they feel like they've said everything, or they're maybe rehashing things. It's important. It really is important, and and they just like I said, their personalities. I mean, they could talk about anything, and I'm in. I mean, I just love they're all very nice people, and I just enjoy watching all of them. So definitely worth watching. Definitely great show.
No, and I agree. And you kind of alluded to wanting to have the veterans sticking around, which makes a lot of sense because if the veterans didn't stick around and at least, whether they're doing shows like this or posting updates on their own channels, it would just be a lot of people hitting goal and then falling off the face of the earth. But there's a lot more to it after that. And I wouldn't know about the fact that there's a lot more after the hitting goal, whatever that goal is for you or for me or whoever. I wouldn't know about the additional mental game and the maintenance and the issues without having veterans continuously, talking about it and posting about it. So, I mean, obviously, do I expect to do a weekly update when I after I hit goal after, so many months? Probably not. But am I going to fall off the face of the planet at the same time? No. I may do every other week, or I may, it may get to the point where I do a once a month update once I've hit goal, because at that point, once you hit goal, you still have relevant things that you want to talk about, but it may not necessarily be on a weekly basis at the same time.
Yeah, no, totally understandable. But there's so many things that I am thankful for in every aspect of this journey of the people who have left the videos. I mean, I really was so well prepared for this, and I think if I had gotten the surgery, even like 3 years ago, there's probably hardly anybody making the videos the same way. I mean, I know Jim Haney talked about it, like everything was like OH, the boards, and the videos are just so much more convenient, and and then you get the added benefit of actually seeing them get skinnier, and like, if I'm on a board, I could read that you tell me you lost the weight, but when I see it, when I can go back and look at your first video and go, holy shit, it's a much, it's an obvious experience, So,
No.
I mean, it's just I just feel so prepared, and I feel so ready for every aspect of this journey because of those videos, and just like that, and the sense that, the marriage part of this thing, I feel like I planned really well for the wedding. I feel like the wedding night is still going on, and
you're still in kind of honeymoon mode.
Yeah, getting ready for the honeymoon, ladies. I'll be in room 319. But yeah, but you know what I'm saying, and now I really am starting to prepare for the marriage because of videos like that, and because of veterans like that, and it helps me. And I don't think I would have been prepared for this as much without it, for sure.
No, it makes exactly, and I couldn't agree more, because I know a lot of people will have the videos, and then they'll also do like local support groups and whatnot, which is great. I've always wanted to do that. I just, for one, with everything else that I'm doing, I haven't had time to do like a local support group. I wouldn't mind trying it out or checking it out at one point, but at the same time, I have so much support through the interactions that I have with my videos and watching other people's videos. And then on top of it, with and this kind of goes into what Jennifer and Lacey and I and you, hopefully we all get to talk about at OH, is you watch the person's video, you leave a comment, but then you can jump on and go check out their Facebook page and talk to them a little more, because you put an update video out maybe once a week, once every other week, but you can hop on Facebook, drop them a quick message or a comment, and it makes the whole process, wherever you are in your process, pre-op, post-op, whatever, it puts a lot more personality to it, and it gives you just that much more of an outlet to answer the kind of questions that you have, and post your struggles, whatever you're going through at that time, because there's so many other people who are going through it with you, and there's even more people who have already probably gone through it and said, yep, know exactly what you're feeling, this is what's worked for me, hopefully this works for you.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I hope I didn't sound like too much of a dick, but I think we all get into that level where we're like, we all refer to this as one thing and real life as something else. I mean, we all do that. Like, and it almost sounds like kind of demeaning, but when I really think about it, and I've said it 100 times, I would not, probably a very high percentage would not have gotten the surgery without the community, without the YouTube weight loss surgery community, and then eventually kicking and screaming, you guys dragged me into Facebook. But I'm really glad I did that as well, because it gives you a unique opportunity to, anything happens, throw up a question and you're gonna get responses. Everybody's there, and it's a support group, a brick and mortar, whatever, if you'll allow me, support group is you're never going to have that. I mean, you may make connections, you may be able to call someone who's in your area, which is great. I'm actually thinking about doing it myself as well, but again, it's a time issue. But I just feel like I have such a great support group, and I wonder sometimes, like every once in a while when I go to the checkups, I'll bump into somebody and they'll ask me, hey, did you have the surgery? And we'll strike up a conversation. And the first thing I asked them is like, what are you doing for support? And the few people I've talked to aren't doing anything. That was a beautiful face, by the way. I hope nobody saw that. I don't think anybody saw that.
I don't think anybody
Yeah,
did.
because I was yapping. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm like, well, you're not doing anything for support? And they're like, no. And a couple of people have even told me that they didn't even tell any of their family. So I can't imagine what they're going through. And I said, well, do you watch like YouTube videos? And they're like, no. I'm like, wow, like I can't imagine what the way they must be feeling, like that they must feel like they're completely alone, and I would never want to feel that way. So as much as I say, well, I gotta get away from all this, but I need it, I really do need it, and this is my support group, and I would be lost without it. So I hate to admit that, but I don't really, because I'm so appreciative of the community. Oh, and before I forget, because we're getting late, speaking of the community, I want to give a shout out to Mary Ellen McEwen, who had surgery this week.
Yes, I
and
saw that.
She's doing good, and she's always super proud of us, and she's always so sweet to all of us. So I just wanted to say, glad you're doing okay, Mary Ellen.
I guess they did catch my little face that I made. I guess I wasn't being hidden by
my yapping.
Yeah. I guess it didn't hide it. I had to move. I was sitting in the same spot on the chair too long. And as fat as I've gotten, I used to always be, one thing I never had was an ass. So if I sit in the same spot for too long, my ass starts to really hurt.
Yeah.
So,
I'll let you know. Yeah, I'll let you know a secret with me. Like after we do the show, I'm like in traction for like 2 days. I'm so fucked, like my knees and my back. But I don't want to. I'm so embarrassed of getting up in front of the camera that I like to sit here and fucking suffer.
No. Pretty much that was. I guess that was my face. I'm gonna have to go back and check it out here after.
Oh, it was hot. It was hot. I might have to put it on pause.
Oh, I need some more pictures from you because I have a feeling every Thursday I'm gonna start doing some Photoshop work here.
I gotta be careful now when I post.
Did you see my work today?
No, you did something today. Oh,
I did one today.
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
But this wasn't just you. I included both of us in this one. So.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah.
So
all right.
I'll start.
We should both do. Yeah. So I'll send you pictures. You send me some of yours, and we'll have some Photoshop fun.
Deal. Oh, absolutely. But no, going back to like the community and looking at like the local support groups versus the online community, the big thing that I always look at with the local support groups is, I mean, sure, the nice thing about that is you're there face to face, which obviously isn't something that we all have the luxury of doing. But when you're looking at the local groups like that, it's such a smaller pool of people where you may be talking to 10, 20 people. Whereas the online community, you're talking to hundreds, if not thousands, of people. So to me, that's there. You can't put let's say a price tag or anything, but the value of that is there's so much more value in having so many more opinions and people giving you the advice that you can't. No,
it's totally true.
You can't say no.
I actually went to one support group meeting, and I barely call it a group. There were 3 of us. Well, there were 3 people and me.
Okay.
And then the woman hosting it, I'm not going to give the name of the hospital. It was the original hospital I was going to go to, so you can find out if you give 2 shits. I'm not knocking it. It was like a holiday weekend anyway. I don't remember what holiday it was. I started the process in May, so it might have been 4th of July actually, around there. And then I switched hospitals after my father died. But suffice to say, so go to this one support group. And there were 3 people there, all women, and it was like each one of them was from the different surgeries. So there was one sleeve, one lap band. Well, there's obviously more than 3, but the 3 major. So the woman who had the sleeve surgery, which was obviously the one I was interested in the most, all she kept doing was showing me pictures of food. It's like, oh, this is what I had Friday for breakfast, and this is what I had. I'm like, oh, that's fascinating. So everybody there was a little bit, touched by God.
Oh, so Lord.
The woman who had the lap band was like, she was just like, She was really funny. She's a Hispanic woman. I'm not sure what part, where she was from, if she was
Sure.
Dominican or whatever, but it doesn't matter. But she kept saying, I won't even do the voice because I don't want to offend anyone. And there are a bunch of racists watching, Jennifer. So but I'm sorry, dude. Are you in the middle of something? Anyway, so she keeps she's saying that she's going on vacation and that she needs to have her lap band adjusted and shit. Like, you gotta adjust this because I'm going on vacation and I want to drink. I want to drink and I want to eat. So could you tell, and the woman and the woman's like, it doesn't really work that way. Like, we can't just like make it bigger for you so that you can go binge eat. And then like they started getting into an argument. She's like, well, what do you do on vacation? What do you do? Like, well, but now you have a different lifestyle. So
Right.
everybody started arguing. Like, well, and then the woman who had the sleeve was like, well, why did you get the surgery if you're going to just eat and drink whatever you want? And I was just sitting there like, oh, God.
So they were just fighting, so it didn't do you any good.
Yeah. It was like the Lord of the Rings when they're talking about destroying the ring. Like, they were all, like, arguing amongst each other. Oh, Scarlett! Hi, Scarlett! Hey!
Say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
Oh, you're
so
shy
cute.
now. She just walked in. They're going to bed, and there's Ryan's
Oh,
hand.
hi, Ryan!
The hand of Ryan.
I guess maybe we should all go to bed. It's 9
Oh, wait,
o'clock.
maybe I should show this instead.
Uh-oh. Is that The Rock?
Hold on. There we are. There we are.
Yeah, look at that.
Watch out, ladies.
Wow. That's
Oh,
right,
no,
ladies.
We know it's he is actually going to San Diego, so I told him he needs to stretch, drink plenty of fluids,
Aw.
Can you say hi, Walter? Oh,
Hi,
no,
sweetie.
he's quiet.
She's so cute. She is going to be the belle of the ball at OH, man.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna have such a fun time because not only with everybody else, but our family who's down there already. So.
Oh, that's so cute.
You say good night.
What do you got? Oh,
Say
nighty
good
night.
night. Say good night. Okay.
Oh.
She did very quietly. Okay, go lay down. Love you.
So long, farewell. I'll be to say good night.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess maybe we'll wrap this up because Scandal's on. I'm missing American Idol.
Oh, I know. I
This is
gotta find out
crazy.
who the final ones in the top 24 are. And yes,
Yeah, I mean, this is
I
important.
do watch American Idol still.
I'm a sucker for Idol. I don't know why. All of them, The Voice, all of anything with like singing. I love singing. So.
I haven't. I've watched The Voice here and there. Honestly, the one that I watch more than anything, and this goes back to when we were talking about music, is the Sing Off. I know they don't. It's not really on all, but maybe a special here and there. But I love watching that one for the acapella. I thought it was pretty awesome.
The Pentatonics.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that show too. Yeah, that's a cool show. The thing about The Voice though is like if you win The Voice, I think like you go into instant obscurity. I watched the show and I can't name one fucking winner of The Voice.
I can name you several like who've won or even been runners up on American Idol even more recently.
Yeah.
I just remember this, and if you haven't, you got to check this out. You remember Scotty McCreery?
Sure. He's the one. I think lock them doors and turn them lights down.
Yes.
Yeah.
He just and Ryan came across this because Ryan's the country nut. So he just did a song when he was performing at the Grand Ole Opry to an old oh shit, I just forgot his name.
Sir Mix-a-Lot?
I'm forgetting his name, but all of a sudden
Is it Easy-E?
Oh, no, I think it was Cool Mo D.
Cool Mo D.
But he did this old school, like a really old school country song, and like nailed it. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I always thought he was good. I mean, he was real young too when he started the show. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Now I know you didn't post anything today. I know you put. Well, no, that was.
I posted yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay.
Yeah, I did my update.
Cool. Well, I'm going to try and. I've got a few things going on this weekend. I want to post my update. I actually want to post about. You're talking about like obviously comparison, kind of looking. I know you've posted comparison shots. The one big comparison shot from New Year's from last year to this year for New Year's. last week, I just want to touch on this real quick before we go because I thought it was really interesting, and it'll be really cool when I put this video together. Hopefully, I can put it together this weekend. Um, this past Sunday, I went back and actually filmed more episodes with my guys over at Better Beer Authority, and it was the first time I was in front of the camera since like July or August. So first it was just cool to be back there, but at the same time, what was really awesome was I edited a video that we did like a top 10. I had to pull the old videos from the top 10, whatever videos landed in that, and I filmed segments on Sunday that were talking about each one, but then I would cut to a video from, February of last year, and you go from me now and looking at February of last year, fucking believable. Like
that's great, man.
The
That's
difference
so cool.
is insane. Like I know I've looked at old pictures and old videos of myself, and it's it's been like, wow, I can really tell the difference. No, that's when I really like this Sunday. I really noticed the difference more than any other time was this past week, seeing these videos side by side. So I'm going to pull those videos and I'm going to edit it into my update so you guys can see it, because I was shocked as shit to see how that looks. It was just
that's
crazy.
great, man. No, I see. I don't. For some reason, I seem to be okay with that. Like I can see the difference in myself. I don't really struggle with that so much, but I can see where that. I'm happy that you see it now. Like because I remember you were like kind of struggling a little bit, wondering if because I see it instantly in you. I mean, I definitely see it. So I'm glad you see it too, and I can't wait to watch that video. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, and I mean, like I said, I can see it for you as well. Especially these past couple of weeks, I've really been able to tell a huge difference for you, and that's the thing. I've had a lot of people come up to me and say that they've noticed a difference, and I can feel the difference. I look at myself and I can see that there's a difference, but it isn't until I guess you need those kind of moments for it to really hit you.
To sink in, yeah.
Exactly, and that's really when it hit me, really synced in, and it was really, really cool. So
we got that to look forward to then. So Saturday or this weekend at some point you'll put it out there?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, but I also saw in the comments that Dennis Vinay is going to be on The Naked Truth this Sunday, so we're going to plug that.
Was that Naked Truth, or was that...
Oh, wait, is he on...
it was on a different show.
Oh, is he on Renew? What is he doing?
Sizzle This.
Sizzle This. I'm sorry, Michael May. Sorry,
No.
Christine. Yeah. Sizzle this.
But then I mentioned shortly after, I said we need to get him on here. He's all for it, so we need to talk about some future guests, including future guests. Hopefully we can land this dude who just got back home watching on a PC so he can comment. Is Gastric Tiger? What's up, man?
Oh yeah, Scott. We gotta have. I would love to have Scott on because I think he was on The Naked Truth, but he hardly said 2 words in that episode. If I remember,
right.
He was on with Ryan's journey. And it was all Lacey flirting with Ryan. Oh, I love you, Ryan. I love you too, Lacey. I'm sorry, that was just my take on that show. Because I'm just a jealous asshole. It's like, fuck Ryan. Actually, miss him. I wonder how he's doing. He used to watch my videos, but now he's moved on now. Well, he's kind of in the middle of something, so nothing major, just a life fucking upheaving. No big deal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we definitely got to talk to a few people. Hopefully.
Oh, I know we're running late, but
fine. It doesn't matter. I'm fine.
I gotta ask you a question because I'm looking at your full, beautiful head of hair there, and I know you're a little bit further out than me, but I'm starting to lose my hair, dude.
Are you?
Yeah, it's freaking me out a little bit. The hats haven't been just because I'm cold. It's because I'm fucking losing my hair. It's really freaking me out. It's thinning like really bad.
I know a lot of people have, and they've talked about that, and I was warned about it, but not one bit.
I mean, I don't care that much, but I truly didn't even think it would happen. I was like, fuck it, what do I care? I mean, but it's weird. Like, it's getting like thin, and patchy, and I never thought that would happen. So I'm gonna have to. I might have to shave my head. I might have to go the Phil and TJ route, and Jim Haney. And
well, I do when I get when it gets more into like spring and summer. I actually, like, the entire season, I cut my own hair, and I just take a razor and just shave it down
I
to next
usually
to
do
nothing.
too. But it's so
Yeah.
fucking cold right now. I don't feel like going totally bald, but
No, I'm
it's just
already pretty.
freaking me out.
This is actually still kind of short for me, and I don't plan on letting it.
Yeah.
I don't plan on cutting it anytime soon.
No, I could tell though. I mean, I don't see any like thinning or anything. So you're not having that, obviously.
No, I haven't noticed that at all at this point. So,
Well, you're lucky, man. You still have your beautiful hair.
so
I might have to
love
get a
this.
wig. I might have to get a. I might have to call Jennifer and ask her where she got her wig. And
Oh no, just look for one that looks like TJ's. TJ's dress.
yeah, get the shreds. Yeah. That'll be cool. I can go to
Dude,
the. I can get. It's probably in the Smithsonian now. Now that they retired from the Fat Kings, that's got to be in like the Smithsonian. The whole headdress, the whole thing.
Dude, I hope this doesn't give. Well, I shouldn't say give anything away, but I just thought of a great idea that if you do go to OH and there is some sort of a Halloween party, that you and I go as TJ and Phil.
Yeah. By then we might be able to pull it off because we might be skinny by then.
Well, I mean, it's October,
Relatively.
so I mean that still gives us 8 months. So
Yeah, that's cool. All right, we can think about that. That would be kind of funny, actually.
Walter, I take 10,000 milligrams of biotin biotin a day, and I use Nioxin. It's finally growing back. That's from Jennifer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I knew about the biotin, and I was actually thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to fucking take any more pills. I'm just like tired of pills. So I mean, I guess it's stupid, but because does it really work? Is my question. Like,
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
what I've heard. Biotin. I mean, it's not going to be the cure-all. It's not going to be like Rogaine in a pill, but I mean, it's going to be effective. It can only help.
I guess because I feel like if I'm gonna fucking shave it off anyway, why am I gonna take an extra fucking pill?
Well, I mean, at least maybe take it for a few months until
Yeah.
you finally decide to get rid of it and say fuck it. So.
And see what happens. Yeah. All right. So I mean, should I give up my Viagra? Because I'm 56.
I would still hold on to that, and maybe switch to the once a day Cialis. That way you can find somebody at WLSFA to take a bath with in a separate bathtub and watch the sunset.
Oh God, I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say I need Phil's Just for Men on my pubes. That is gonna be the worst day of my life. I think that when that day comes, that's why we're going into a whole nother place. This is not weight loss surgery related, and I don't want to make funny. I'm very serious about my journey, so no funny, no pubes. I won't be talking about gray pubes.
Oh my God.
Oh God, yeah. So I guess that's a wrap, right?
That's a wrap.
Yeah, I think we'll leave it. We'll leave it on gray pubes.
Oh man.
We should come up with like an 8-page tag on the way Phil had. Oh, you didn't see it yet because you didn't see the end.
I missed that. I saw people talk about the ending too.
I'm just busting Phil's balls because TJ said, all right, you go ahead and sign us out because that fucking thing is like 8 paragraphs. So you'll have to watch the end of it. I thought it was a good tagline, but so should I sign us out?
Go for it, man. Hey, everybody, have a good night. We'll see you with our updates, and we will see you guys same time, same place next week.
All right. It's still good to be the king. Still good to be crazy. Hail to the kings, baby.